I'm grappling with Islam once, and I try to throw him off of me, but he's still there. And so I gotta give him a little harder shove, and he's still there. Next thing you know, I'm grappling at 100% because the dude's that strong. Ilia Topuria is a cool guy, but I kind of disagree. Well, I know for sure Islam Makhachev is not afraid. I'll tell you this, as a person that's a friend of Islam, a person that's known Islam for years and years, he's not.
Daniel Cormier issued a caution to Ilia Topuria about taking on Islam Makhachev, pointing out that Makhachev's elite wrestling could prove too much to handle. Cormier also mentioned that while Makhachev is focused on creating a lasting legacy, he hasn't always received the recognition he deserves. Although many fans are eager to see a potential showdown with Topuria, Cormier made it clear that Khabib's camp is very selective about the matchups they accept. He highlighted their straightforward approach, stressing that when they speak, they mean what they say, and fans should be prepared for the possibility that this high-profile fight might not materialize.
Same thing. I mean, Topuria, when he touches, it falls, you know, and on the other side, Makhachev, he applies so much pressure. He's an elite grappler. I mean, they're both good in every area. It's a great fight for them.
Georges St-Pierre weighed in on the possible matchup, pointing out the exceptional talents of both fighters. He highlighted Islam Makhachev's ability to dominate his opponents, sometimes even staggering them with minimal effort, a testament to his incredible control inside the cage. St-Pierre also commended Makhachev's relentless approach and elite-level grappling. In his view, both Makhachev and Topuria are well-rounded athletes with high-level skills across all aspects of mixed martial arts, making their potential clash a highly anticipated and competitive showdown for fans.
It's champion for a reason, but nobody is invincible. Everybody can lose, everybody can make a mistake.
In a separate discussion, Georges St-Pierre acknowledged Makhachev's remarkable abilities, saying they're a key reason he holds the championship. However, he also reminded fans that no one is flawless in combat sports. Regardless of a fighter's skill level, a single error can shift the outcome of a fight. St-Pierre emphasized that all fighters are human, and the risk of defeat is something no one can ever fully escape.
Where we're in practice, and I'm going with Khabib or Islam, and I'm the big guy. So generally, a smaller guy gets on top of you. When you decide it's over, you just throw him off you. No technique, no skills. You just literally grab him and you kind of throw him off you. I'm grappling with Islam once, and I try to throw him off of me, but he's still there.
Daniel Cormier reflected on his training experiences with both Khabib Nurmagomedov and Islam Makhachev, revealing how impressed he was by Islam's strength. As the larger man, Cormier was accustomed to dominating lighter training partners with ease. But when he attempted the same with Makhachev, he was shocked to find that he couldn't budge him. Even when applying more force, Islam held his ground and stayed in control. Cormier admitted that he had to wrestle at full intensity, something he hadn't anticipated, and it wasn't until then that he truly understood just how physically strong Makhachev is.
He's my good friend, and I have so much respect for him. And he said he wants to go up, and I respect and I support his decision. And now it's up to UFC. They either give him Islam. I think they should give Islam. But if not Islam, either it's Oliveira or Dustin Poirier. So Ilia either wants to fight champion or super fights. That's up to him. And yeah, I will just support him, wherever he go, whatever he will do, you know. And he's such a great guy. And
meanwhile, Merab Dvalishvili expressed strong backing for his friend Ilia Topuria and his decision to move up in weight. He stated that the UFC should give Ilia an opportunity to face Islam Makhachev, but added that if that fight doesn't materialize, bouts against top contenders like Charles Oliveira or Dustin Poirier would still generate major excitement. Merab made it clear that Ilia is focused on chasing title shots or taking on big-name opponents, and he'll stand by him no matter what direction he chooses. He also spoke highly of Ilia's character, calling him both a true champion and an outstanding person.
Cormier is a cool guy, but I kind of disagree. Well, I know for sure Islam Makhachev is not afraid. I'll tell you this, as a person that's a friend of Islam, a person that's known Islam for years and years, he's not afraid of him. So while Ilia Topuria may strike...
Daniel Cormier shared his respect for Ilia Topuria, but was quick to dismiss any claims that Islam Makhachev is afraid of him. Having spent years around Makhachev, Cormier explained that fear isn't something that defines Islam's mentality. He also pointed out that elite fighters like Justin Gaethje, Charles Oliveira, Dustin Poirier, and Michael Chandler don't let fear dictate their approach to competition. According to Cormier, true fighters don't think that way. They prepare, compete, and face whoever is in front of them without hesitation.
If Islam fights Ilia, I mean, I think there's definitely a size difference. I think Ilia is a lot smaller than Islam. Islam is a big lightweight, a tall lightweight, and he's good in every area. However, Ilia's definitely got the edge in the striking department, and Ilia is very, very, very patient. Now, if he's able to not get taken down and he's able to just patiently break down Islam with those big shots that he lands, the big punches that he lands, it's going to be a good night for Ilia. But I think if Islam gets his hands on him and gets him taken down, I mean, grappling with 145-pounders is...
Michael Chandler highlighted the noticeable size difference between Islam Makhachev and Ilia Topuria, pointing out that Makhachev is the more natural lightweight. He acknowledged Makhachev's world-class grappling skills, but gave Topuria the advantage when it comes to striking. Chandler suggested that if Ilia can keep the fight standing and successfully defend against takedowns, he could pose a serious threat. However, he still leaned toward Makhachev as the likely favorite, citing his strength, experience, and well-rounded skill set as key factors.
Is that not the size? Not no. I mean, there is a different size of guy. Like there's little guys that don't know they're little guys, and then that's really offensive. That's like really offensive if you call them. I'm not attempting to be offensive. Do 45 pounders and 55 pounders not know? You weigh the same thing. You weigh the exact same thing. If you get on a scale and it says 145, and another dude gets on the scale and it says 155, that scale says the exact same thing. Are you not aware of that? Do guys that size not know that? There is no size difference between Ilia and Islam. It's a 145 versus a 155.
Been up to lightweight. If he does fight Islam Makhachev, how do you think that fight goes?
I think it'll be an interesting matchup because I look at Islam's very good about using his length and throwing the body kick. So are we going to see Ilia Topuria catch a kick for a takedown and start grappling with him? I doubt it. Ilia Topuria is a better boxer. We saw what Islam could do against a good boxer when it comes to...
He fought for the title. How do you see that one playing out?
It's a tough fight. Ilia, better striking, good boxing. He never fought with guys who can wrestle very well like Islam. So we'll say it's a 50-50 fight.
Do you think they're going to give Ilia the opportunity to fight Islam for the title if it's not you?
I think so. I'm open for everybody from top.
Comes to can Ilia catch him? You know, that's what is, and he definitely can. Ilia's very, especially with his approach, he really backs his strike and his boxing. He really knows that he will eventually find the chin, and he's stoic till that happens. You know what I mean? He is on task, and he doesn't, you know what I mean? He'll go, even if things aren't working, he's still going to try and find it. So I think Islam's going to be a tough matchup for him because Islam can be quite defensive and safe. I think he's going to know he needs to play it safe with Ilia because he knows Ilia is going to have that.
A world champion versus a world champion. Like, if anybody deserves a fight for the world title in the next weight class, it's you. It's simple. It's simple. You knocked out Max Holloway. I mean, it's simple. You knocked out Alexander Volkanovski, one of the greatest of all time. It's simple. That's a no-brainer. That's the fight. You know, he doesn't want to fight 45 anymore. He wants to fight 55.
Islam wouldn't want it, right? He wants to fight legit contenders, and he's had like featherweights, ex-featherweights, late notice guys, replacements. He wants to sort of solidify his title reign, but probably is no bigger fight than Ilia, right? If he goes and batters Ilia, yeah, looks pretty good.
Do you think he beats Ilia?
These guys, I don't know. To be honest, I ruled him out. Oh, we're gonna get run. Hello.
About to get ran over. Sorry. My bad.
I don't know. Every time I've ruled him out, he proves me wrong. So yeah. I'm not going to do it again. Yeah, like I say, yeah, I think Islam wins and he gets high.
Ilia, his grappling offensively, it's very good. If like you shooting on this guy's legs and you make a mistake and you're the one going for the takedown, he has a very good chance that he might put your ass.
Ilia is coming into the division. I honestly think he's the most deserving, but I don't think Makhachev and his team right now want to give a shot to another 45er. I think they feel like they did it twice. That's enough, you know. Now they want contenders, and at the same time, but Makhachev also wants to fight new guys. So it's kind of one of those things where you're stuck because you have a new opponent, but he's a former 45er, and you're like, I don't want to fight another 40.
Everybody has their own style, and it seems like his style is just doing what he did. Honestly, I believe Islam is just a little too much for him, but I'm also a fan, you know, so I would have loved to see.
Основной тот, да, в Австралию полетел, у него там на заднем дворе подрался. Команда, мы считаем, что Топурия, он достойный боец. Но он чемпион, защитил пояс, выиграл очень серьезных ребят. Но эти все ребята, которые были в 66, даже тот же самый Холлоуэй, который он выиграл, он перешел на 70, он ничего не сделал. Из-за этого нам нужно, чтобы Исламу тоже немного осталось. Если так посмотреть, Исламу скоро 34 будет. Но Ислам тоже хочет драться не с Топурией и с Волконовской, или который вышел на замену с Майканом. Ислам хочет драться с большими именами, которые заслуживают, которые давно уже в 70 килограмм. Ты переходишь вес, заслужи и...
It's not. Because in those fights, you had a guy in Volk who's the #1 pound-for-pound fighter in the world. Unquestioned. He beat him, and he did not get the respect or the love that might have been anticipated, right?
Cormier first. But we were talking about if Ilia goes in and knocks out Islam Makhachev, like how high do we put him on the GOAT list? Right? Like to me, I'm like, John Jones is #1 no matter what. I don't think anybody could surpass John Jones for a long time. Obviously it would take a ton, but everyone in my circle at least is like, man, if he goes and knocks out Islam after knocking out Holloway, after knocking out Volk, he's got to be up there, like top missions, really good wrestling. And so I think people are worried, like saying, like, oh, well, he'll get out wrestled, but he has great wrestling. So man, I don't know. I would have to go with Islam because he's bigger, and I think weight maybe plays a factor when you have two really highly skilled guys, but that would be an absolute bang.